Wide prairies and small towns in Kansas hide strange tales. Today, we'll bring 12 mysterious legends back to life and hear the stories people still tell. Number 1. The Albino Woman. In the old Rochester Cemetery, on the outskirts of Topeka, whispers still speak of the Albino Woman. Locals say she was a real person who lived nearby many decades ago, known for her unusual pale skin and long white hair. After she died, stories began circulating that she never truly left the graveyard, wandering among the headstones at dusk. Sightings often describe a tall, ghostly figure in a white dress, her eyes said to glow pink in the moonlight. Some claim to see her accompanied by a white dog, while others speak of her vanishing into the night air just as quickly as she appeared. For years, teenagers dared one another to visit her supposed resting place after dark, hoping to catch a glimpse of the albino woman's ethereal form. Folklorists suggest the legend reflects changing fears over time. Some stories say she's a harmless spirit, while others warn of a malevolent presence waiting to frighten unsuspecting visitors. Either way, her legend remains one of Topeka's most intriguing ghost tales, a mix of history and local imagination. To this day, the legend of the albino woman stands as a reminder that cemeteries are not always as quiet as they seem. Even in a modern city like Topeka, there are places where the past refuses to rest, waiting to greet those who dare to wander too close. Number 2. Wild Man of Crawford County. Long before the term Bigfoot was popular, settlers in Crawford County, Kansas, shared tales of a shadowy figure known as the Wild Man. This mysterious creature was first reported in 1869, when frightened homesteaders spoke of a large, hairy being that roamed the woods near their homes. With glowing eyes and long arms, he seemed half man, half beast. Some who saw him claimed he was covered in matted fur and walked on 2 legs, but with a lurching gait unlike any human. Rumors spread that he raided chicken coops, stole food, and frightened livestock. Families locked their doors tight at night, unsure whether they were dealing with a lost frontiersman or something far stranger. Search parties were formed, but the wildman always managed to disappear into the dense Kansas woods, leaving behind only large footprints and a sense of unease. Newspapers from the time reported on these hunts, capturing the imaginations of readers across the state. Some believed he was a hermit who had gone mad, while others thought he was a creature of the prairie, something wild and untamed. Though the sightings faded over time, the story of the Wild Man of Crawford County lives on. It's a reminder that even in Kansas's open plains, there are still mysteries that defy explanation. In the quiet woods and along the shadowy tree lines, perhaps the wildman still waits, leaving just enough of a trail to keep us guessing. Number 3. Fort Levvenworth Ghosts. Fort Levvenworth, one of the oldest active military posts west of the Mississippi, carries more than just a legacy of military history. It also harbors some of Kansas's most enduring ghost stories. Soldiers, officers, and families stationed there over the centuries have whispered about eerie footsteps, mysterious voices, and flickering lights in the dead of night. Some even claim to have seen uniformed figures from long ago still standing watch. One of the most well-known stories is of the Lady in Black, a spirit said to haunt the Sumner Place neighborhood. According to legend, She was a devoted nanny who passed away while caring for a family and continues to help them in death, making beds and tidying rooms. Residents have reported finding chores done before they even had a chance to finish them, as if the lady in black is still fulfilling her duties. But she's not alone. There are tales of a spectral sentry who patrols the grounds near Grant Hall, a reminder of the fort's long military past. Soldiers have reported hearing phantom bugle calls and seeing shadowy figures vanish into the night. Even skeptics admit there's something about Fort Leavenworth's old buildings that invites a lingering presence from history. These stories make Fort Leavenworth more than just a military base. It's a place where the past and present seem to overlap, a living reminder that some spirits are too proud or too loyal to leave their post, even after all these years. Number 4. Sinkhole Sam. In the early 1950s, fishermen near Inman, Kansas, were startled by the sight of something slithering through the murky waters of Inman Lake's big sinkhole. They described a creature as long as 15 feet, with a head like a snake and a body as thick as a car tire. Dubbed Sinkhole Sam, this lake monster quickly became a local legend that still stirs imaginations today. Sightings of the creature caused quite a stir in the small farming community. Some fishermen even fired rifles at the beast, but it vanished beneath the water before they could get a closer look. Locals debated whether it was a giant eel, a prehistoric survivor, or simply a tall tale born from too much fishing and storytelling. Over time, Sinkhole Sam turned into more than just a cryptid. It became part of Kansas's folklore identity. The story spread beyond Inman, capturing the imaginations of those who wondered what might lurk beneath the still waters of prairie lakes. Even today, visitors to Inman Lake might glance over their shoulders, wondering if the legend might just be waiting for them. Sinkhole Sam's tale reminds us that sometimes the most intriguing mysteries are the ones we can't quite explain. Whether it's a trick of the light, a shadow in the reeds, or something truly unknown, the legend of Sinkhole Sam continues to ripple through Kansas history. Number 5. Sally House. In the quiet town of Atchison, there's a house that still sends shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned ghost hunters. Known as the Sally House, this modest home on North 2nd Street has a history of strange occurrences dating back to the early 1900s. Locals whisper that the house is haunted by the spirit of a young girl named Sally, who tragically died during a failed surgery. Over the years, residents and visitors have reported sudden cold spots, objects moving on their own, and even unexplained scratches appearing on their skin. Paranormal investigators who braved the house's creaky floors have claimed to capture eerie photos and recordings of a child's voice. Some even say that Sally isn't alone. Other spirits may have joined her in the old home, making the house a hub of supernatural activity. Despite its chilling reputation, the Sally House has become a must-visit for ghost enthusiasts. Tours and investigations continue to draw curious thrill seekers hoping to glimpse something otherworldly. It's a place where the line between history and legend blurs, inviting each visitor to decide for themselves what's real. For the people of Atchison, the Sally House stands as a reminder that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Its story has cemented it as one of Kansas's most haunted and most talked about legends. Number 6. Hamburger Man. Deep in the heart of Hutchinson, an eerie legend has simmered for decades about a shadowy figure known as the Hamburger Man. According to local lore, this elusive character roams the outskirts of town, especially near old slaughterhouses and abandoned roads. Some say he was once a butcher who met a tragic end, only to return from the grave seeking revenge. Stories tell of a man with a grotesque face, rumored to have been burned or scarred in a terrible accident. He's said to lure unsuspecting travelers by offering them a hamburger, only for them to vanish without a trace. Locals claim that strange noises and fleeting shadows can be seen near the places where he's said to prowl. Though no one can agree on where exactly he haunts, the legend of the Hamburger Man persists, passed down from one generation to the next. Some swear they've seen him watching from behind old fences, while others chalk it up to overactive imaginations fueled by dark tales told around campfires. No matter the truth, the story of the Hamburger Man remains a staple of Hutchinson folklore. It reminds us that even in small towns, legends can take on a life of their own, inviting us to look twice at the shadows just beyond the streetlights. Number 7. Ghostly Librarian. In the heart of Hutchinson, Kansas, the old Carnegie Library once stood as a beacon of knowledge and community. But after the lights went out and the last patrons left, whispers grew of a different presence among the bookshelves. A ghostly librarian who never clocked out. Locals say that late at night, you could hear the faint rustle of pages turning, even though the building was empty. Some who ventured inside after hours claimed to feel a sudden chill or catch a glimpse of a woman in an old-fashioned dress tending to her beloved books. Her spirit, they say, is that of a dedicated librarian who loved the library so much that she couldn't bear to leave it behind. Whether she's shelving books or keeping an eye on late-night visitors, she's become a part of Hutchinson's history. Over time, the legend spread beyond library walls. Students and staff at the new public library sometimes report strange occurrences, a book falling without explanation, or the scent of old paper lingering in the air. It's as if the ghostly librarian followed her precious collection to its new home, determined to keep watch over every title. For the people of Hutchinson, the ghostly librarian is a friendly reminder of the power of stories, both on the page and in the halls of memory. She stands as a testament to the belief that libraries and their loyal guardians never truly fade away. Number 8. Church of the Damned. Just outside Topeka, hidden in the shadows of old trees, stands a crumbling stone church that locals have long called the Church of the Damned. Built in the 1800s, it was once a place of worship for early settlers seeking comfort in a new land. But over time, the church's congregation faded, and with it came rumors of strange happenings that refused to stay buried. Stories tell of flickering lights in the empty windows and the sound of footsteps echoing from within, even though the building has been abandoned for decades. Some visitors claim to have seen shadowy figures inside, moving like a congregation of spirits still gathering to worship. The air around the church often feels heavy, as if it's holding on to secrets that it's not ready to share. Despite warnings, thrill seekers and curious explorers continue to visit the old stone walls. They search for answers to the church's mysteries, hoping to catch a glimpse of something that connects our world to whatever might lie beyond. Every creak of the old floorboards and rustle of leaves adds to the tension, making the Church of the Damned one of Kansas's most unforgettable legends. For Topeka, the church stands as a reminder that history is sometimes written in shadows as much as in stone. Its legend keeps the past alive, challenging each visitor to decide whether they believe in ghosts or simply in the power of a good story. Number 9. Norton County Panther. Out in the rolling prairies of Norton County, Kansas, tales of a mysterious black panther have been passed down for generations. Farmers first reported seeing a large, shadowy cat prowling the fields in the late 1800s, its sleek form disappearing into the tall grass. They called it the Norton County Panther, and its presence stirred fear and fascination in equal measure. Locals claimed it hunted livestock at night, leaving behind claw marks on barns and scattered feathers from chickens that had met their fate. Hunters and ranchers organized search parties, but the elusive beast always seemed one step ahead. Some said they heard its deep growl echo through the hills, a sound that made even the bravest among them shudder. Over time, stories of the panther became part of Norton County's identity. Some believe it was a real escaped exotic animal, while others think it might have been a misidentified native predator. Whatever the truth, the legend of the Norton County Panther grew, passed from one generation to the next, as a cautionary tale about the mysteries of the Kansas prairie. Even today, old-timers still talk about the panther in hushed tones, remembering the days when the unknown lurked just beyond the fence line. Whether fact or folklore, the Norton County Panther remains one of Kansas's most enduring legends, a reminder that sometimes the shadows hold secrets we may never fully understand. Number 10. Love and Tangle Murdoch. In the heart of Wichita's bustling streets, one name still brings a shiver to those who remember his story: Love and Tangle Murdoch. Back in the early 1900s, Murdoch was a well-known figure in the community, a man whose tangled web of affairs and hidden crimes would shock the city. When his secrets finally came to light, the scandal rocked Wichita to its core. Legend has it that Murdoch's ghost still lingers in the neighborhoods where he once lived, seeking redemption for the chaos he caused. Locals have reported seeing a shadowy figure near old buildings, his hat pulled low over his face, forever wandering. Some say you can hear the faint sound of footsteps following you in the quiet hours, a reminder of a man who couldn't escape his own misdeeds. Historians have pieced together Murdoch's tangled past through court records and newspaper clippings. He was known for his charm and his ability to get close to people, until his lies caught up with him. His legend now stands as both a cautionary tale and a testament to the dark side of human nature, hidden just beneath the surface. For Wichita, Love and Tangle Murdoch's ghost is a reminder that even the most bustling cities have their shadows. His story warns us to be careful of those who weave a web of deceit, and to remember that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Number 11. Deer Woman. Among the rolling prairies and quiet woods of Kansas, the legend of the Deer Woman still lingers in hushed whispers and cautionary tales. Rooted in Native American folklore, especially among the Plains tribes, the Deer Woman is said to appear as a beautiful young woman with deer-like features, sometimes with hooves instead of feet. Her eyes, they say, glint with a mysterious light that can entrance anyone who gazes too long. According to old stories, The deer woman roams lonely roads and forest trails, luring curious travelers deeper into the wilderness. Some say she dances at the edge of moonlit clearings, beckoning the unsuspecting to follow. But if they do, they vanish without a trace, leaving only footprints and broken branches behind. The tales warn that once you've seen her, it's already too late to escape. Over the years, sightings of the deer woman have been reported near creeks, open plains, and small Kansas towns. Hunters, campers, and even drivers have claimed to glimpse her figure among the shadows, only for her to disappear the moment they look closer. She has become a symbol of temptation and mystery, reminding people to be cautious about wandering too far from familiar paths. In Kansas, the legend of the deer woman connects us to the deep roots of the land, reminding us of the old stories that once guided and protected communities. She's a reminder that sometimes danger comes in the most alluring forms, and that some legends refuse to fade, no matter how modern the world becomes. Number 12. Wakarusa River Wolfman. Along the winding banks of the Wakarusa River near Lawrence, Kansas, locals have long shared unsettling stories of a creature that stalks the night. Known as the Wakarusa River Wolfman, this legend emerged in the 1970s when campers and fishermen began reporting eerie growls and glowing eyes peering at them from the darkness. Some even claim to see a tall, shaggy figure moving on two legs, its shape shifting between man and beast. The tales say the wolfman prowls the edges of the river, emerging just as the sun slips below the horizon. Witnesses describe a creature with the body of a man, but covered in thick, matted fur, with long arms and sharp claws. Its howl is said to echo through the woods, sending shivers down the spines of those who hear it. For many, it was enough to keep them indoors after dark. Though no one has ever captured the wolfman, the legend grew with each telling, passed along by campfire and small-town gossip. Parents warned their children not to wander too close to the riverbank alone, and even the bravest souls admitted to feeling uneasy when night fell on the Wakarusa. Some believed it was a lost soul, cursed to roam the woods, while others thought it might be an undiscovered creature hiding in the Kansas wilderness. Today, the Wakarusa River Wolfman is part of the region's identity, a story that captures the imagination and keeps the local folklore alive. Whether a cautionary tale or a glimpse into the unknown, it reminds us that Kansas still holds mysteries waiting to be uncovered by those willing to listen to the stories of the land. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.